if your vehicle is showing a U0401 code. In this video, I'll explain what it means and how you can go about fixing it. What is a U0401 code? It stands for Invalid Data Received from ECM or PCM. In simple terms, modern vehicles rely on several computer modules to manage different systems. For example, you may have an engine control module or ECM that handles the engine functions, a transmission control module or TCM that manages the transmission, or a powertrain control module or PCM that often combines both into a single unit. Depending on the vehicle's year, make, and model, these modules may control slightly different systems. But in general, a U0401 code indicates that there's a communication problem between the ECM and PCM. All of these modules talk to each other over what's called a CAN bus or controller area network. You can think of it kind of like the wiring version of an Ethernet network in your house, where all the devices plug into a hub. The CAN bus is the set of wires that lets the modules share information back and forth. One important thing to keep in mind with a U0401 code is that it's not always straightforward to diagnose. The problem can be in the wiring, the connections, or even in the modules themselves, so troubleshooting can sometimes be tricky. Possible causes of a U0401 code. First, check for power supply issues. Make sure the battery is fully charged, the alternator is working correctly, and the battery terminals are clean and tightly connected. These computers need a stable power source, and any issues here can throw everything off. So the first step is always to verify that the battery and charging system are in good shape. The next possible cause is a blown fuse. Be sure to inspect all the fuses related to the vehicle's computer systems. This includes anything labeled ECM, PCM, ECU, or similar. If one of these fuses is blown, communication between the modules can fail. Another common issue is the wiring harness. A loose connector, corrosion, grease, or even physical damage can interrupt the connection. If one of the modules is mounted in the engine bay, it's especially vulnerable to dirt, oil, or moisture getting into the plugs. On top of that, wiring that runs between modules can develop opens or shorts, sometimes even caused by rodents chewing through the wires. Any issue like this in the harness can prevent proper communication between the modules and trigger the code. Another thing, don't forget about the grounds. Each control module needs a solid ground connection. If a ground strap is loose, corroded, or missing, it can throw off the system and cause communication errors. And the last possible cause is a failed ECM or PCM. While it's not the most common issue, these modules can go bad. Often, when these modules fail, you can see burnt components on the circuit board. However, not all failures show visible damage. Sometimes they can fail without any obvious signs. A common indicator is a burnt smell coming from the module. If you detect a burnt odor, you can inspect the module further by opening it up to check for damaged components like blown capacitors or burnt spots. In short, the ECM or PCM may simply be faulty and need replacement. So that's basically it. If you have anything to add, feel free to leave a comment down below. If this video was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.